Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to Marcus Garvey. Honors to UNIA. Honors to everything that is Moorish. I'm opening up with the Moorish Jamaican prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day. Through His Holy Prophet Drew Ali. Honors to the UNIA. Honors to the Moorish Science of America, past, present, future leaders of Moorish Science of America. Honors to the past leaders of the UNIA. Honors to all children, Moorish children, fathers and mothers, pave the way for their children to be in Moorish science. Honors to everyone who's in tune with the lessons that I'm about to give. Today's show is called Stop Acting Your Shoe Size. And my viewers are probably going to be wondering, where did I come up with this title? Honors to my father and mother. Honors to my pops who use this terminology a lot. People who are adults want to get in these fictitious relationships and they accept being in a domestic relationship but acting like they're husband and wife. But they denounce that title, those ones I'm speaking of. Those specific ones want to act like minors and children where they have to depend on their mother and father for everything, permissions, and etc. I'm not here to tell people how to think. I'm just letting you know that words are extremely powerful, and when you start acting accordingly, and as a child, the Bible teaches us, as a child you put away, as a child you did childish things, as a man you put away childish things. So it's time to eat the red and green Mario mushroom and grow up and get a life. That's what it's truly about. Owning up to the responsibility. No more of the jealousy because that's the person you want to be with and all this insecurity. That stuff should be like over with in high school, so to speak. So where do young people getting off on this idea that you're in a dedicated relationship, but yet still you don't have your own place to stay, you're still living on mommy and daddy, and you eat out the refrigerator, and you're bringing your domestic partnership into your relationship, but you don't even know how to sustain a relationship or have any idea. At least these grown men and women say, my lady's living with me, and we have a child together, and she's my wife. She's not my girlfriend. She's my wife. I'm her husband. It's a difference when you acknowledge that you're an adult and you need to take upon responsibility of self. And to be honest with you, family, that's what it's truly about, taking responsibility of self. Children cannot be held accountable for responsibility as adults, as husband and wife, because their minds cannot articulate what it's like to pay bills. They're still worried about how to straighten up their bed and how to act appropriate or inappropriate in the public. You can sit here and fiber gas and gastrate me or gaslight me because of what I had to say. While all this stuff has been going on in the 1900s, late 1940s and stuff, with my grandmoms and grandpops, you saw what I'm saying, agreed to marry each other because that was the law. You impregnate that woman, you make her your wife. You do everything you can to survive. And grandmoms and grandpops complain, yeah, they did. But they made a change. They made a difference. This is the difference between being a grown man and woman and as husband and wife, and knowing the situation, knowing the issue, and learn to let them pimp you for the taxes, but you make your money on the side to make more money than what they taking from you for your taxes. You see what I'm saying? See, the young people don't have that state of mind of the people who were born in the 1900s, 1920s, 1930s. They don't have that state of mind, 1940s. There's a difference when you acknowledge the situation that's going on in our society, the government, the politics, the so-called integration, the segregation. Even though we're integrated, we're still segregated. I know you can't put two and two together and take two polar opposites and put them together, but that's what's going on right now because of the redlining. Young children in high school cannot articulate on paying property taxes and the interest rate and all this and all that. They have no idea, because the only thing they have to worry about is going to school and eating out the refrigerator and living for free. Whether you want to call your children freeloading because they're giving you problems, but that's your job, is to teach them. It's not the teacher's job to babysit your snot-nosed children who don't know how to wipe their butts. That's your job, is to teach them. Father and mother, that's what you want to call yourself. But yeah, instead you want to have a promiscuous lifestyle and make the wrong choices in a mate. But then again, your children are going to have to be the ones to suffer. You're suffering, but you're letting your children suffer. But you don't even think about that. You don't think what hardship brings amongst divorce and wondering, why is my pops not here? Why is dad not here? Why is grandma by herself? Where's my granddaddy at? I can't answer those questions because I don't know how to answer those questions. I'm too young of a child to articulate to ask those questions. But as time goes on, things that's hidden from you will be revealed. Ask and you shall receive. Right? This is what separates the grown men from the little boys, from the little children who on their knees chew craps thinking they living a lifestyle, got their girlfriend and all this other stuff, and now all of a sudden she's pregnant, but all of a sudden now you break up because of a domestic violence situation, but you thought you knew what you were getting yourself into, but you have no idea. You think you do. And the problem is, moms and pops ain't teaching their children about how to articulate in choosing a lifetime partner to become a future husband and wife one day, and being fruitful and multiply. There's an order for everything. Not because your hormones is jumping and you want to open your legs and you want to get that feel good. That feel good is going to give you a few babies that you ain't ready for. Then comes the domestic violence because there's no money fluctuating in the household. She wants to do whatever she want to do. She wants to do whatever he want to do. When he get off work, he want to go hard the next woman. So let me ask you this question. Where is it just in having a faithful relationship as boyfriend and girlfriend, which is going to be future husband and wife one day? It's not going to happen. Only probably 3 or 4% of the people in the United States of America alone, that probably will happen. Having a long-lasting relationship. But let you try to figure out. But you want to go to your friends, the guys want to go to their homeboy and say, well, you know, what should I do? She tripping. You going to someone who's the same age as you, they don't know nothing about relationship. They ain't got into no relationship. So the best advice to give is go talk to some elders who've been there and done that. Your brother Man Morris Life already been there and done that with the whole boyfriend-girlfriend thing. I've done that. Ain't nowhere around. Ain't nowhere in sight. I'm over here all by my lonesome. Yeah, I made my errors. Yeah, I made my mistakes, but I'm man enough to admit it. But I'm going to man enough to admit that I was wrong on my last show about Matthew 6:24. It's not The scripture was got mixed up with the book of Galatians. I'm gonna stand corrected on that. The book of Galatians says, "Can't you're gonna reap what you sow." Matthew 6:24 says, "You can't serve two masters. You're gonna know one ain't the other." So, pardon me, family. I was wrong in the scripture. I got it all wrong. But going back to what I was saying, you gotta own up and to admit where you're wrong, family. You got to, because no one's gonna do it for you. You gotta know the difference between right and wrong, and that's the job of moms and pops, is to teach you about that. So if moms and pops was to teach you about that, then you would know the difference between right and wrong. Nobody's born into sin, because babies don't even know what the word sin means. How are they born into sin? What law have they broken? By being a baby, they don't know nothing. They're absorbing information. They're absorbing what they hear. That's the situation at hand right now, because now all of a sudden, now the babies are all of a sudden growing up, and all of a sudden they self-proclaim whatever, and they all of a sudden know it all. It's MD86. Yeah, I see you. Islam, heaven high. But you gotta know the difference between grown men and little boys, grown women and little girls. You gotta know the difference, family. You got to, because if you don't, you're gonna get yourself into a world of trouble. This one say, "Oh, I'm 16, 17," and next thing you know, you're gonna get a rape charge or something, messing with a minor or something. And then you haven't even did the background check on this person yet. You just all of a sudden just happy and lust. Not happy and love, happy and lust. You gotta start doing the thinking for yourself. You gotta be the one to do your homework. You gotta be the one to figure things out. If no one, it appears to be going to the same school as me, my thing is this: I'm going to be like, okay, you a teenager, you're underage, I don't know about you. So the best thing for me is don't even partake. Do not even give into all that beauty and divine and all that stuff. Don't give into it. Don't. Because all you're gonna do is just set yourself up for more problems. The more you test the waters, and the more you like those waters, the more you begin to lust. And what I mean by testing the waters is like you over here dabbing into unprotected sex, and you think you know this woman. You don't know nothing about her. You just go by what you were told, and you just infatuated. Oh man, she is all of that. So what does she know how to do as a wife? Have you pulled that resume card yet? I said a resume card. Have you pulled that card yet? Have you seen her in action? Have you seen her around her family, how her family acting? Mainly how her moms and grandmoms be acting. So 100% of the time, how mama act, that's how daughter's gonna act. 100% of the time, how the father acts, that's how the son gonna act. Tell me since when did the children start raising their mother and father? Tell me since when did the little children start paying the bills around the house? And they can tell you what to do. This is the battle of the grown men versus the little boys. This is the battle between the young women who are wives versus the little girls. They don't know nothing. They think they know, but they don't know. They don't know no better. And I'm just going to call the facts what it is. That's what I'm going to do. I don't care who this upsets. I'm just going to keep it real. And that's what I do. I'm about to tell the truth on someone's. And it's not about feelings. It's all about truth and how you accept the truth. The truth is you are too young to be trying to be with whomever and thinking that your lifestyle is all of that. And it ain't. You think you're better than because you got all these nice clothes and shoes and stuff, but you don't got nothing to offer a family. You ain't got nothing to offer as a teenager, a young boy child. Your mama lives on Section 8. Your mama live in public housing. What does she have to offer you? What does your father have to offer you? Do you know your grandmother and grandfather? No, because mama and papa was promiscuous and they slept with anybody. That's what happened. Oh, okay. So that's the situation at hand now. Oh. We don't know what to do now because we are lost. So since that's the case in the scenario, we have to be mindful of who we be social with. We have to be mindful of who we desire to talk to. Some people are not cracked up what they be. Some people don't like being honest. Some people don't like telling the truth on themselves because they got something to hide. I'm going to be real honest when I say that. But Brother Man Moore's life is just all about telling the truth and going by observation of what I've actually lived and what I've been through. My information is for the young people because I love the young people. Whether I know them or not, I love the young people because you know why? They have the third. These particular young people, not the incompetent ones, but the ones I've actually socialized with. They have a desire for the truth, and you cannot fake that. All you could do is just be honest and be real. That's it. But I just need y'all to really sit down and think about what it is that y'all gonna do. What is your future plans? Do these men know how to be the way their grandpops were? Can fix anything? I don't think so. You look at majority of young people today, they all cuckoo clock crazy. They worry about luxury. They worry about getting that chain, looking like a rapper or whatever. Trying to get up in Hollywood and be sodomized and uncivilized. But I want to end up creating a part 2 about this one, family. So I just need y'all to do me a favor and make sure that y'all pay attention, respect your elders. Even if your mom and your pops didn't do the best job of raising you, still show them honor and respect. Because honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the earth land which the Lord thy God, Allah, have given thee. And I'm about to close this out with the Moorish American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my God, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Jew Ali, Amin, Islam. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. I'm out.